Right now at noon, an historic moment in New York City's political history. We begin this new year with a new era.
Zohran Mamdani is now the 112th mayor of New York City. He was officially sworn in as New York City's first Muslim mayor in a private ceremony held in a historic subway station under City Hall.
In about 1 hour, the public inauguration ceremony will begin at City Hall. This is a live look right now. You see people starting to fill the crowd. Touches are being put into place to make sure everything is perfect.
We have a team of reporters covering every angle of today's historic event. Jennifer Bisram is at a block party in the middle of all the action. Let's start with political reporter Marcia Kramer. She is live at City Hall where the crowd is still gathering. Marcia, you've seen many of these inauguration days. How are things feeling out there today?
Well, you know, there's an air of excitement, but there's also an air of expectation as New Yorkers wait to see whether their decision to elect an untested man who has a flair for social media was the right decision for them as they enter into the year 2026.
This is truly the honor and the privilege of a lifetime.
It was just after the stroke of midnight that Zohran Mamdani took the oath of office to become New York City's 112th mayor, capping a meteoric rise that took him from being a Queens assemblyman who almost nobody knew to an international superstar who captured the imagination of people near and far, including President Donald Trump.
I, Zohran Mamdani, do solemnly swear.
The oath, administered by Attorney General Tish James, was long on symbolism. He placed his hand on the Quran, the central religious text of Islam, and instead of the ball drop in Times Square like his predecessor Eric Adams, Mamdani chose the long-closed City Hall subway station, a relic of the city's earliest ambition for public transit. It was a dramatic nod to one of his key campaign promises, free bus service in all 5 boroughs. And in a nod to tradition, Mamdani paid the city clerk a $9 fee to cover the filing of the oath of office.
This should be exact change.
He was asked to sign the city register, which verifies his signature on all of the city's documents going forward.
Okay, it is now official. Thank you. Mr. Mayor, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And in another symbolic move, Mamdani's first official act as mayor was to swear in his new transportation commissioner, Mike Flynn, whose job will be to help make his promise of free buses a reality.
It is an honor to have Mike here alongside me as we embark on an administration that will take seriously the responsibility and the opportunity we have to make this streetscape and the public transit of the city we call home the envy of the world.
Now, as you can see, that despite the frigid temperatures, the crowd is already gathering. There are about 4,000 people who are expected here in City Hall Plaza. The ceremonies itself begin in about an hour. The headliners are 2 of Mr. Mamdani's favorite left-of-center politicians. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez gives opening remarks, and then Senator Bernie Sanders will do the swearing in. And then, you know, it's off and running. New Yorkers are going to try and find out whether their decision to elect Zohran Mamdani is a bet that pays off, and whether he can truly issue in a new era of government accountability and affordability. Live at City Hall, I'm Marcia Kramer, CBS News, New York.
All right, Marcia, thank you. More now on that Quran used during Mamdani's private ceremony. He used a centuries-old Quran from the New York Public Library, along with one that was a family heirloom passed down from his grandfather. Scholars say the moment reflects New York's long and diverse Muslim history. The same Quran used in the ceremony will now be placed on public display at the library.
And thousands of people, as we mentioned, are gathering for that block party along the Canyon of Heroes that is following the inauguration ceremony. And Jennifer Bisram is live for us now in Lower Manhattan with all those New Yorkers braving the cold out there to watch history. Jennifer?
I got to tell you, Christine, it really is cold out here today, and I'm actually surprised to see so many people here. They're saying the cold is not even bothering them because they would not miss this moment today. Where we are right now, we're on Liberty Street and Broadway, basically the entry point for this inauguration block party. And as you can see, the line is going down several blocks. They opened up the line for people to get in here around 11 o'clock this morning, but people we talk with say they have been here since 9 o'clock, all later fired up and ready to witness this moment. Now, this is the first time in New York City history an inauguration party is being held here along the Canyon of Heroes, along Broadway from Liberty to Murray Streets. Organizers say there will be live music on large screens. Mayor Mamdani, who is now the first Muslim, South Asian, and youngest mayor in over a century here in New York City, says the reason why he wanted this block party is to celebrate a new era of New York City. Last week, he told reporters his rise to City Hall isn't just his success, it's the success of all the New Yorkers who supported him and voted for him, and that's why his inauguration should be include New Yorkers who want to be part in this moment. Now, take a listen to some people who we talk with who are bundled up and here just waiting for that moment.
Braving the cold for like a better New York, for a new future. So yeah, just feeling really optimistic.
It means a fresh start for New York City, for people who have not been thriving under the prior administration, who will have opportunities for more support.
And this block party is expected to last until 3 o'clock today. Organizers say they're expecting about 40,000 people. You still have time to get here, but of course you do need a ticket, and you are allowed to bring snacks and non-alcoholic drinks. It is still unclear if the mayor will join his own party. We are live from Lower Manhattan. Jennifer Bisram, CBS News, New York.
A lot of people hoping he will. All right, Jennifer, thank you. And do stay with CBS News New York for continuing coverage of Zohran Mamdani's inauguration. You can watch live coverage of the ceremony beginning at 1 p.m. on air and streaming on CBS News New York. It is an historic day here in New York City as Mayor Zohran Mamdani's inauguration will begin in less than an hour. This is video of him arriving at City Hall moments ago in a yellow cab, thanking the driver, giving him a quick hug before he opens the door for his wife, Rama.
Keeping on point there with his public advocacy for public transportation, making it affordable for all of New Yorkers, and making sure that people can get to and from downtown all the way to uptown in a timely fashion. There he is taking a New York City cab and dressed to the nines there with his wife as they enter the City Hall public area for his official inauguration as the city's 112th mayor.